Last week I reported on the typhoon which hit the Philippines. It was not to the center of that country, it was one of the southern islands, but nonetheless there were hundreds of thousands of people in the path of that enormous storm, and they had reported by the second day after it pushed through that land, it could be up to 10,000 people that were fatalities. So the exact count will never be known as far as, scientific quantity. But the estimate at this point is a little bit less than 10,000, but it's probably going to rise as they get into all the areas, and the number is not that important because I don't think any of us really know 10,000 people, or when you look at a crowd you really can't tell the difference between 5,000, 10,000 and 15,000. It's just the significant thing is that it's a huge amount of people. If it's more people than you'll ever meet or get to know in one lifetime. That is a terrible human tragedy. And I've been thinking about it, haven't really been able to do another vlog, and just keeping it, in my prayers. I do pray, and on the other hand, I do believe in karma, that for some reason these things happen and people have to learn from it. The other way of looking at it is that when a terrible thing happens around you and it doesn't kill you, you survive, and you probably should learn. You make the best of it. So to me that's a prayer also, in some shape or form, without using that religious based outlook to it, or wording. So I think that's just humane, or humanity, or being a humanist, just to care about what other humans are going through if it's a very difficult time. But the reason why I really have to come up with the subjects in this vlog is because Kim Kardashian is back in the news, but for a negative reason. She was supposedly going to help the victims of this typhoon disaster by doing an auction on eBay. Yeah, so she wanted to look good and everything. She's helping to publicize it, just like I am, talking about it in my video last week and now. But the thing with her is that she's worth around $40 million, and she put her things on auction, but can only set the donation as 10%, and she would keep 90% of it. In other words, if she sold a piece of clothing for $1,000, she's going to keep $900 of it and give $100 to this relief agency. And the agency that she's supporting is a medical corps. So it's not Red Cross, but it's something maybe similar to that. People were criticizing Kim Kardashian because this seems ridiculous, this seems very greedy, this seems like, what do you think about it? Do you think that she could have done better? Do you think that she's going to recover from this flap that she caused? I mean, how relevant is this to the entire scheme of things? Should celebrities get involved and then show their greed, or should we, make an example of them, like I'm doing here? Because I wouldn't do this unless I thought Kim Kardashian was questionable. Her reputation was already real low, according to how I look at people. Anyhow, let's put the focus on other things, not just on Kim Kardashian.